So, no, I wouldn't say I have a passion for HR.
Welcome back to Human Resources for the People. It's a human capital revolution. Let's talk about the end of the COVID emergency and how it affects your insurance. This article is from Voorhees. They're a law firm. You can check out these lawyers who wrote this article. So let's get into it. On just recently, Biden signed the end of the COVID emergency, the Families First Coronavirus Response Act and the CARES Act, which meant that group health plans had to expand coverage for COVID. It was required to be provided in network and out of network without cost sharing or prior authorization, and was only required during the prior public health emergency. So when it ended, or when it's going to end on May 11th, it's gone. Now, there is a little bit of caveat to that, but it also required non-grandfathered plans to cover the COVID-19 vaccines in or out of network. In addition, employees, large employers got guidance to give telehealth benefits to employees who are ineligible for the group health plan. And this is going to end here shortly. The national emergency ends after 60 days after the end of the joint notice for this act ends 60 days after the end of the national emergency. It's called the outbreak period. And so these deadlines, the 60 days after May 11th, apply to COBRA notices and elections and premium payments. So what that means is that there was a sort of a waiting period after the end of the emergency before things went away. And so as a result, the outbreak period will end on July 10th. And that impacts COBRA notifications and qualifying events, as well as anything else that might be changing as a result of the end of the national emergency. So employers are going to have to be notifying employees pretty significantly about this change, about the fact that vaccines may or may not be covered. Now, it's up to them. It's up to the employers whether or not they want to cover them, but they could decide not to. In addition, they could decide not to do, telehealth for non-covered employees. They could decide to end other things that were required as part of the public health emergency. So it's pretty interesting. In addition, they were covering COVID-19 tests and like I mentioned before, vaccines at an enhanced level. So those things may go away. The COVID-19 test may go away, as well as other things. The high deductible health plans will continue to cover pre-deductible COVID-19 testing, like always. But if things are going to be changed mid-year, the companies will have to send out a summary of benefits and coverage. So if you are impacted by this, you will most likely receive a notice from your employer, but it's an important thing for you to know and to take control over your benefits so you can be informed. That's it today for Human Resources for the People. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.